Okay, this might sound insane, but the safest I've ever felt in my life was when I accidentally trespassed into a stranger's backyard at night in a foreign country. And what they did, instead of calling the police, is the exact reason we now own land in Costa Rica and why this opportunity even exists. But you won't understand why until the very end. Let me show you what happened. When Bex and I first landed in Costa Rica, we weren't chasing some big dream. No land, no retreats, no master plan. We were just two burned out humans chasing sunshine in a surf yoga town called Nosara. Our first night, jet lagged and hungry, we asked the lady at the front desk where to eat. She gave us two options to get to the same place. One, we could walk the dark jungle roads we had never navigated or didn't even understand yet. Or two, just walk the beach until you see the two tall palm trees, then cut straight between them and you'll be right there. So obviously, we chose the palm trees because how hard could that be? Except the beach was pitch black. The only light we had was this old loner flashlight, the moonlight, and two random campfires spaced out along the beach. Crabs skittered across the sand like tiny armored guards. Every palm tree looked the same. Every shadow felt alive. But eventually, there they were. Two palm trees standing taller than the rest. We cut inland into the trees, following a dark trail, walked for a bit, and then froze. Dogs barking, a family eating dinner, everyone staring at us. We weren't at a restaurant, we were in someone's backyard. Back home, that's how things go very wrong. And my Spanish was trash. All I managed to say was, "Hola, lo siento, restaurante?" And then everything shifted. A woman stood up, walked over to us, smiled, and said one word, "Sígame." Follow me. As she walked us through their property, the entire family raised their hands and said, "Buenas noches." No fear, no suspicion, no hostility, just kindness. That night at dinner, Bex and I kept repeating the same sentence. Did that really just happen? That moment wasn't just refreshing, it was transformational. It made us feel safe, welcome, human. It showed us that kindness is a universal language. And that's when the thought whispered, quietly but clearly, what if this place isn't just a destination? What if it's a calling? Here's the truth most people won't admit. I wasn't confident. I wasn't wealthy. I wasn't qualified. I was just tired of playing small in a life that felt too safe and somehow too fragile. So I did what curious people do. I started looking for proof. I had been researching all kinds of potential places to move. Jamaica because my family, Florida because of warmth, but nothing felt right. Then came our second trip to Costa Rica. That trip changed the trajectory of our lives because we met a man named Brian, a regular guy from Florida. Sold his landscaping business, moved to Costa Rica, bought land, built cabinas, and launched a wildly successful Airbnb. Bex found his listing with a flood of 5-star reviews and said, "We need to stay here and meet him." Not theory, not YouTube fluff, receipts. 10 days later, we weren't just guests, we were students, friends. Brian didn't just tell us what worked, he told us what failed, what nearly cost him everything, and what he would never do again. What he gave us wasn't just advice, it was a blueprint, a golden blueprint, full of wisdom, shortcuts around landmines and secrets almost nobody has access to. We left Costa Rica feeling like we had a superpower, like we could actually pull this off. So we did exactly what you would do. We told people, parents, friends, everyone and anyone. And they all said the same thing. "You guys are crazy. Costa Rica, that's risky. I know someone who got burned. Translation: don't leave the cage we learned to survive in. Not one person said, you guys are meant for this. And for a moment, doubt worked. I remember we started to think, maybe they're right. Maybe this is too big. Maybe we should give up. But real dreams don't go quiet. They get louder. We kept thinking about Costa Rica and Brian's secrets and the golden blueprint. We realized if he could do it, then so could we. So we went back with one intention: buy land. Within weeks, 2 properties surfaced: a teak farm and a stunning waterfront property that felt like destiny. Suddenly, with the secrets and techniques we had learned, we were sitting with the owner, reviewing corporate books, discussing terms. Then we negotiated. It was working. The golden blueprint was real. We were inches away from achieving what everyone said was impossible. And then the owner dropped a truth bomb. The land that we were about to purchase was concession land. Concession land is not privately owned land. It is government-owned land that you are only granted the right to use under very specific conditions. Think of it like this: private title, you own it. Concession, you're renting it long-term from the government. You do not hold full ownership rights. No guaranteed building permits, or any permits for that matter. Needless to say, dream shattered. We left that meeting crushed. It felt like the universe ripped the pen out of our hand right before the signature. Most people quit here, but we're not most people. People like us are different. We didn't quit, we recalibrated, because visionaries don't stop when they hit resistance. They refine. That led us to attempt after attempt, each time sharper, smarter, more aligned, until finally we closed on our first property in Costa Rica. And yes, it was magical. But believe it or not, the land wasn't the real win. The true victory was that we had become the kind of people who don't abandon themselves when things get uncomfortable. The kind of people who take crazy dreams and make them real. The kind of people who refuse to shrink because others are scared. Remember that backyard? That family? That moment wasn't random. It was the thesis statement of this entire journey. Because Costa Rica was never about land. It was about belonging, not manufactured community, not surface level safety, the kind you feel in your body before your mind can explain it. That's what Brian understood, and that's what he gave us. Not just land advice, but a way to enter a place without violating it. Most people try to buy land abroad by starting with listings. We started with principles. Brian shared 3 foundational truths, patterns foreigners almost never see, that quietly determine whether this journey becomes liberating or expensive. Those 3 truths became foundational for everything we're building now. This isn't about real estate. It's about creating a world where courage replaces quiet regret, community replaces isolation, and someday stops stealing people's lives. Land is just a vehicle. If something in this story stirred you, not excitement, but recognition, then the next step isn't a purchase or a promise. It's clarity. We wrote down the 3 exact principles Brian gave us. The starting point, not the whole map, and made them available as a free guide. No hype, no pressure, just the first doorway. Download the 3 secrets that changed everything about buying land in Costa Rica. The link is below. If this path is yours, you'll know after that. Because sometimes the moment that changes everything doesn't look like a bold decision. It looks like walking into the wrong backyard and finally understanding why you felt out of place everywhere else.